Which player futures in this division do you have your eyes on?
Yeah, so I got a hitter one and a pitcher one. Tim Anderson, of course, of the White Sox, over 164 and a half hits. Came just shy of the number last year and went just over it in 2019. In both seasons, he played 123 games, which, of course, you think, all right, is he going to still deal with that same injury problem? Even if he does, he's still within range of that every single season. And he's hit over 300 over the last 3 seasons, of course, 2020 being that shortened season. The other one I like too, Eduardo Rodriguez, over 185 and a half strikeouts. He had 185 on the nose last season in 157.2 innings. Then he had 213 in 2019 with just over 200 innings. And of course, again, the middle season didn't really matter. But over the last 4 seasons, he's had a K per nine of 9.4 or better. And also I know his numbers were pretty bad outside of his strikeout numbers last season, but he was coming off a missed year in 2020. He didn't play at all. He was dealing with COVID health issues. So I think for him, where he struggled a little bit last year, we should see him bounce back pretty well. So I think 185 should be very easy for him to surpass this season.
All right, Erik, AL Central player props.
Yeah, the most interesting one to me is Franmil Reyes to hit over 34 and a half homers. He hit 30 last year, but that was in just 115 games. He missed some time with an oblique. He had 37 in 152 games in 2019. The projections this season call for as high as 41, as low as 34, which I guess would be slightly over. But in general, there's a consensus that he should finish up in the high 30s. And I'd get behind that. He absolutely crushes the ball, 16.9% barrel rate, ranks 12th among players with at least 450 plate appearances last season. Bit of a strikeout problem, although his strikeouts last year were actually the worst of his career, so that could even come down a few ticks, giving him a few more chances to hit homers. And then also it's, I guess, more future adjacent than a proper player future, but for AL Rookie of the Year, this is where the big names are. I think Riley Green at plus 1,200 is maybe more interesting than Bobby Witt at plus 330 and Spencer Torkelson at plus 340. I think it's correct that Green is the third out of those three, but I think the gap in those odds might overstate the gap between those guys. Green is an elite prospect and has every chance, I think, of being good right away. Last year, he hit 301 with a 921 OPS, 24 homers in 124 games in the upper minors. So I think he's in that same class as Witt and Torkelson and is one of the more interesting options near the top of the board there.